This is the reason why avoidantly attached people create distance in your relationship, break up with you, and then when you go no contact, they come back to you. The simple answer is they have two different protector parts that are telling them to do two separate things. Protector parts come from a theory from IFS, which is internal family systems. And so we all have different parts within us. And when you are triggered in a certain situation, certain parts will step up and protect you in order to make sure that you don't feel that painful experience that you once did in the past. So avoidantly attached people have two types of protectors. The first part is making sure that the avoidantly attached person is not going to be abandoned. Most likely they were abandoned in the past and they felt that feeling of being lost, alone, dropped on the floor. Maybe in the past they showed a vulnerable part of themselves to another person and allowed that other person that they trusted to take care of them, and that person fooled them, dropped them, abandoned them, and that avoidant person said, you know what? I don't want to feel that again. So the protector part stepped up and said, listen, it is my sole responsibility, my job to take care of you. I will make sure that you never feel that abandonment emotion ever again. And so this fear of abandonment starts to kick in, but in order to make sure the avoidant person never feels that fear, the protector part is like the guard. That's why when you're in a relationship with an avoidantly attached person and they start to act a little different and weird, they start to pull away. And the reason why is because the protector part is literally telling them in their mind, like their voices are saying, I shouldn't get too close. Oh, I shouldn't share too much. Oh, I shouldn't touch this person because I might catch feelings. Even though you can't really control that if you fall in love, like you cannot control that. So that protector part, their primary goal and job is to make sure that people do not get too close to the avoidantly attached person. And the reason why is because if they get too close and the avoidant person accidentally becomes vulnerable and says like, oh, listen, when I was younger, my parents abandoned me and I was all alone. I don't know why I just got like a country accent there. But basically the protector part would speak to the avoidantly attached person first before they got too close to anyone and would say like, listen, I don't think it's a good idea that you get too close. It's not a good idea that you share all of your secrets, and basically just persuade the avoidant to create distance in your relationship. Now, I'm just talking about romantic relationships here, but this is also relevant for like friendships, work relationships, neighbor relationships, so on. Okay, the second protector part that the avoidantly attached person has is the part that experienced love and kindness from your or their caretakers when they were younger. So there's a part of them that remembers like, wow, I know what it's like to be loved and taken care of by someone. And that protector part is very good at mobilizing. In other words, they are good at moving around and going towards the partner or the person that makes the avoidantly attached person feel seen, loved, and connected to, just like they might have felt when they were younger. So when the first part starts to act up and says to the avoidant, like, you have to distance yourself from this person. They're bad news. It's not safe. Get out. That's when the avoidant will probably start to create distance and potentially break up with you. Then when the distance has been made, the other protector part steps in and says, hey, listen, mobilize, go towards that person, try to make things right. And the reason why those are the voices from that protector part is because that part will create a lot of anxiety within the avoidant person. Yes, avoidantly attached people feel anxiety. They will start to feel panic. They'll be like, oh my God, I'm all by myself. I just lost a person that actually was a great fit for me, that I actually felt really connected to. What have I done? Why did I push them away? I'm so stupid. Oh my God. And while this is going on and the other protector part number 2 is like stepping up to the play, the other part is like sleeping. They're not really paying attention because the other part is stealing the show, because the other part already did its job. The avoidant has broken up with you, right? There's distance in between you. So that's why the other part that's trying to protect the avoidant and find a way to reconnect and mobilize towards you, that's why they are panicking and freaking out and trying to make it better again. And so if you've ever experienced a whirlwind of anxiety and you have to get someone back in your life, you will do whatever it takes, right? And maybe some of you anxious people have the same exact part, because a lot of times avoidantly attached people, when this part is talking, what they will do is start to beg. They will start to do whatever it takes to get you back. And they'll get super creative, right? Like they might start messaging you on LinkedIn. They might start like responding to your story or giving you a call or like sending you flowers or sending you some dessert to your apartment, which happened to me. And the dessert was delicious, so I'm not mad about it. But the point is, this part will do whatever it takes to get you guys back together. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why avoidantly attached people will come back to you after they break up with you and you do not communicate with them for a while. Because the other protector part number 2, they will not step up to the play until they truly feel this like distance and they feel like, wait a second, I've lost you. Avoidants have to experience the feeling of not having you in their life and almost feeling like you've moved on. You're still happy without them. There's like a combination of things you can do to like make sure they will come back to you. But if you truly just say, okay, like you don't want to be with me, okay. Obviously, your protector parts are keeping you safe, and I understand. I can't tell you how to live your life or who to choose to date, marry, love, whatever. So be it. If that's what you want, bye. And if you walk away and keep your head up and you cry and then you get over it and you live your life and maybe you just get a new job or you move or you date someone else or whatever, or you just wait and you just continue to live your best life, they'll come back. Because then the other protector part will step up to the plate whenever there's distance created. So you're probably like, okay, well, if there's always 2 parts that are telling the avoidance what to do, how the hell do I turn off the part that tells them to run away? The fear of abandonment, the protector that makes the avoidant not feel that fear because they're never abandoned because they're the ones that run away first. It's like they make themselves unrejectable by breaking up with you first or creating distance with you first. So the best way to do that is actually it's internal. So you can't say like specific words to your avoidant partner to be like, you have to heal. Like you can't say that. Same thing with you. Like if your avoidant partner said to you, like, you are super clingy, you are super anxious, like you got to work on that shit. Sure, maybe you could tone down the anxiety one day, but it's deeper than that. Like you're still going to feel it on day 2 or day 3. It's all about managing those emotions, managing the anxiety, but truly the best way to heal your attachment style is to, number 1, be aware of your behaviors when you're acting in that way and try to choose a new behavior and mindset. The other is to heal your parts. The way to heal your parts is to actually talk to that part of you. And this is going to sound kind of like woo-woo, like crazy, but I'm telling you, it works. When you talk to the protector part that is trying to keep you safe, and you ask that part, hey, listen, what are you doing? Like, what is your job? Why are you protecting me? What are you protecting me from? Trying to understand like where they are coming from, because the thing is, some of your parts have been working for decades and they are tired, they are exhausted, but they want to keep you safe more than anything else. And so if you can have a super real, authentic conversation with your protector parts and tell them like, listen, how old do you think I am? Because a lot of times, I always found this interesting, your protector parts probably think you are like less than 15. Because whenever your traumatizing event happened in life that your protector part had to step up and like take on a role that they never wanted, it probably happened when you were younger. And so as you grow up and you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and so on, your protector parts will still hold on to that role, but they do not know that you are older than you actually are. That's why avoidantly attached people, they have this fear of abandonment. Maybe the abandonment happened when they were 7 years old. But they are like 32 now, and the same fear is recurring in their life, and it's holding them back. And so if that avoidant, from the example I just said, talked to their part and said, hey, how old do you think I am? That avoidant or that protector part could be like, yeah, I think you're 15. Like when you were abandoned when you were 15 or 7 or however old. So to heal that part, this is a long video, but I can go into deeper detail. Let me know if you want to see that. But to actually heal those protector parts, tell those protector parts that I'm okay. I'm actually the age I am, and I can actually handle myself. Thank you for protecting me in that moment in time when I truly needed you. But now you can take on a new role. You don't have to be this protector. what would you like to do instead? And if you kind of reassign that protector part a new role, perhaps they want to be your cheerleader and like cheer you on to go do like the business you've always wanted to do, or just like find the soulmate you've always wanted. Whatever it is, you give that protector part a new role. And the way to get there also is to build trust with your protector parts and all your parts. We just talked about 2 today, by the way.